My work was either too gay for straight publications or not gay enough for gay publications.
Today on Between You and Me, I sit down with photographer Stanley Stella, whose intimate portraits of tattooed bodies and gay men in New York City in the 1970s and 80s are the subject of a new short film, Here for This Reason. In that period, you were saying about being concerned about riding the subway and not wanting to look too gay.
Everyone was judging everybody. I would walk down 3rd Avenue to 23rd Street and go to the supermarket, and cars would slow down on 3rd Avenue to yell at me, harass me. Police cars would slowly cruise along the side on the street as I was walking on the sidewalk on anyone perceived as gay. It was open season.
So given that level of kind of fear around being gay at that time, what led you to, really break that anxiety with your camera?
I think I have this ability with people to not have a wall between us. I think I approach people as the most human version of me, and I approach other people as equally human. This is my studio. This is all I want.
This is it for now.
This is all right, exactly. That's the whole thing. That's right. Exactly. Stand there.
Okay.
So what am I seeing? I'm seeing how your blue works with my blue, how your body and your head relates to the line behind you that I painted. I'm seeing how the light is coming on your face that way. But I would come over right now and I'd say, no, Caroline, go into the light source so that it just streams on top of you. And to me, that's all that's necessary.
That's all that's needed.
Right, exactly.
It sounds like for you as a gay man living in New York at the time, it was this wonderful out and proud experience. What was it like before AIDS in New York as a gay person?
It was so freewheeling, really.
So there was sexual expression.
Totally.
Uninhibited.
Totally uninhibited. And totally taken for granted. In 20 minutes, you'd be in their apartment at 2 p.m, and they'd be teaching me how to do something with them that I never did with anyone before in my life, and it wouldn't be like I'm a big freak or you're a big freak. It would just be, let's play, let's just have fun.
So then when did you start to hear, or I suppose, how did AIDS manifest in your life?
1981, we're in Cherry Grove, and someone delivers a gay newspaper on everybody's front door of everybody's summer house. It was the New York Native, it was called. It was a weekly gay newspaper, and which I later became a staff photographer for years. And there was a story about this mysterious gay disease.
Do you think that gay people today have an understanding or are aware of just how terrifying it was?
No, not at all. But the flip side of that is that I don't blame them for not wanting to be reminded, or I don't think that it's my job to instill that in younger generations.
But isn't part of your work, the very nature of your series where you were photographing these intimate, gorgeous portraits of people before they
humanity.
Well, they're memorializing, aren't they?
Yeah,
aren't they memorializing
not
that moment?
Sick people. I never wanted to photograph sick people.
Why was that important to you? Not to photograph
It was too
sick
painful. I remember being out one Sunday morning in the West Village and being by the water and seeing this boy sitting there in shorts and a t-shirt, and he was just covered in black spots. And he was sitting there all by himself, and maybe it was like 11 a.m. on Sunday morning in the West Village. And of course I had my camera, and it just broke my heart to look at him, let alone go up and photograph him. Say, can I take your picture? I couldn't do it, it's not who I am. No, I wanted to show that we're beautiful and human, not diseased and dying. So this is a box. These are just prints that I needed to print in order to tell if I liked them or not.
So these
This is all gay pride.
Is this from
and
this
the
year? Is this from 2019
No, flip it over. You ought to have a year on it.
1997.
Right,
Isn't this
yeah.
so funny though? 1997. I mean, this looks like it could be today.
People say that all the time to me about everything.
Your film is coming out at a time when we've made so much progress societally in terms of LGBTQ rights, and yet there is this shadow, if you will, of the current politics of the day, of this notion of religious freedom potentially trumping people being able to express themselves and express their sexuality and express their gender in any way. Are you hopeful at this moment in history, or are you concerned?
That's definitely stronger than the politics. Yeah, definitely. I think it's worldwide. I think it's this big, big push because everybody knows us now, and everybody knows they know us.
There's a line from the film that I loved. I want to find this line. It's where you said the gay community started to feel its own presence.
Yeah.
What did you mean by that?
There was no place for the gay community, if you want to think that that's a reality, to be a gay community. We began to know each other, but there was no other place. If you wanted any further interaction, you had to go to a mob-owned bar, and you were there to drink, smoke, and hook up. And after that, there was no way to, that was it. We didn't have a place. There was no internet. There was no nothing. There was no way.
How different is it today?
I mean, I used to meet people face to face, and I feel that now everything is based on presenting a little picture of yourself and a little bullshit bio. Words are so cheap and easy, and you can say anything about yourself, and it's all based on this false front. And there's no humanity, there's no shared humanity there at all. So when you meet someone, they just want the picture. They don't want anything more than the picture, and we're all more than the picture. The picture is just a moment in time. It's not the full picture.
The title of the film, Here for This Reason, is sort of anathema to everything you're saying, right? Like, I mean, it's all about being purposeful and present, which sounds like is the opposite of what people are.
And I always knew I was. I'm using Instagram not to post my face or my nipples or my abs over and over and over and over and over. I'm using Instagram to have a platform for 40 years of images that had never been seen. My work was either too gay for straight publications or not gay enough for gay publications. So now all this gold mine of stuff I have is like, a platform for it, a way to I don't know what it means even for me to show it, but I think that some of it needs to be, this is who we were, this is who we are, this is what life looked like, this is what it looked like when a gay person stood next to a New York City policeman 20 years ago, and this is what it looks like now. All that's changed.
Thank you for watching Between You and Me. There are plenty more episodes, so you can click here and subscribe to watch more.